Good evening, Council, members of the public, staff. I'd like to call the Tuesday, June 13th, 2023 regular meeting of Council to order. First up on the agenda under 2.1 is adoption of this evening's agenda. Moved by Councillor Blanchette, seconded by Councillor MacLean. Are there any additions or deletions? All in favor? It's carried. 3.1, adoption of the minutes of the May 23, 2023 regular meeting of Council. Moved by Councillor Blanchette, seconded by Councillor Pearson. Are there any errors or omissions arising? All in favor? It's carried. 3.2, adoption of the minutes of the May 31st, 2023 special meeting of Council be adopted as presented. Moved by Councillor Mulyk, seconded by Councillor MacLean. Are there any errors or omissions arising from it? Them? All in favor? It's carried. Down to the reading files, anything within there Council would like to bring to surface? Councillor Blanchette and Pearson.
I'd like to bring the letter on councillor comments out. Sure. So I think some clarity is needed. So I was apologizing on behalf of the citizens that came to me in various places, mostly my work at the library, concerned about keeping a positive relationship with BC Housing. So I was apologizing on their behalf.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Anything further?
That's it.
Councillor Pearson.
Yeah, just comments on item 1, the council press release. Really good press release, and really excited to see the work that this group can do going forward as collaboration between all the communities.
Yeah, got a call right after the power outage, so the Friday, the day after the power outage. And now we do have a new community liaison from BC Hydro. She's out of Kamloops and taking on the entire North Thompson right to the northern tip of Kembasket. So we are losing some continuity through Marianne Cools, through the lower Columbia, but this new liaison, in a reply, I said, well, you know, yeah, I'm coming through Kamloops, but you can always come up to Highway 5 and meet with Barrier and Clearwater and TNRD and us and say hello and have some coffee. And oh, that seems like a good road trip, she said. So she's going to have her hands full. But yeah, great C2C. Anything else? Thank you, Councillor Pearson. 8.1, Bylaw Enforcement Summary Report for May 2023. That the report be received. Moved by Councillor MacLean, seconded by Councillor Blanchette. Any discussion? Councillor Blanchette.
Just thank you to him. He's very busy, and he seems to be on top of a lot of stuff.
And that shouldn't stop anyone from calling in and saying where we can do better. Mm-hmm. All in favor? It's carried. 8.2, support to Canada Day celebrations in Valemount for 2023, that the report be received. Moved by Councillor Pearson, seconded by Councillor Mulyk. Discussion? All in favor? It's carried. 8.3, management of 2023 UBCM meetings, with a recommendation that Council supports the Mayor to work with staff in coordinating 2023 UBCM meetings on behalf of Council. Moved by Councillor Pearson, seconded by Councillor Blanchette. What I just passed out was my summation from what I heard during the CDC, and that is no way limited to just those meetings, but if you've got others that you would like to bring forward, just shoot me an email. We'll get it organized. Give me 250 words of backgrounder. And Councillor Blanchette.
I was wondering if we could ask the doctors at the clinic if there's something that we need to add to that, because I didn't see anything on health on here, and they'll be the ones that are going to know what we need to bring forward.
For UBCM.
Correct.
Right. Thank you. Minister Dix is doing a traveling roadshow, so hopefully he has a moment to come through the Robson Valley and Highway 5, just
That would be lovely.
have a look at what Interior Health is deeming as a health risk.
Yeah.
Thank you. Written that down. Anything else, council? All in favor? It's carried. 8.4, terms of reference for the establishment of a traffic committee, with the recommendation that we adopt the attached terms of reference for the establishment of said committee. Moved by Councillor Pearson, seconded by Councillor Mulyk. Discussion. All in favor? It's carried. 8.5, lift station improvements, road closures. Recommendation here that council approves the temporary road closures from July through October 2023 in the following areas. Ash Street at the intersection of 9th Avenue, 13th Avenue, and the Community Garden Access Road. Cypress Street between 14th Ave and 17th Ave. Dogwood Street between 9th Ave and 17th Ave. 9th Avenue between Dogwood Street intersection, at the Dogwood intersection, 13th Ave, 17th Ave at the intersections of Cypress Street and Dogwood Street. Moved by Councillor Blanchette, seconded by Councillor Pearson. Discussion. Councillor Blanchette.
We're going to be advertising before we do these closures, just to let people know that tomorrow or the next day, this road won't be accessible? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
As a requirement.
Okay.
Councillor Blanchette. Councillor Pearson.
You're looking this way, but that was the wrong way.
Moving out of the corner of my eye.
I'm just curious, the impact on these intersections. Is this going to be a total excavation of those intersections for installation, and timeline for asphalt repair?
Can we follow up with Public Works and
Yeah,
see
I'm
how that...
just throwing it out there. Ash Street's going to be pretty rough for a while there, it looks like.
Good comment. Anything further? All in favor? It's carried. 8.6, Robson Valley Community Services lease extension for 99 Gore Street, with a recommendation that council approves a 1-month extension to July 31st, 2023 of the current lease agreements with RVCS for the Community Services Building at 99 Gore Street. Moved by Councillor Blanchette, second by Councillor MacLean. Discussion. All in favor? It's carried. 8.7, street vendor permit 0723, alternative location. Application for 885 Cranberry Lake Road, with a recommendation that initial approval be given for the Rocky Mountain Ice Cream Truck to operate at 885 Cranberry Lake Road, legally described as Lot B, District Lot 7354, Caribou District Plan 18868 for 3 years. Moved by Councillor Blanchette, seconded by Councillor Pearson. Discussion.
Very exciting.
It is very
Ice cream.
exciting. Get some ice cream on West Cranberry. All in favor? It's carried. Bylaws and policies under 9.1 for a council procedure amendment bylaw number 878, 2023, with a recommendation that the council procedure bylaw number 834, 2020, amendment bylaw number 878, 2023, proposing changes to the regulations regarding electronic meeting attendance be given first and second reading. Moved by Councillor Pearson, second by Councillor MacLean. Discussion. When you guys are fleeing, I'm here in the room with staff. Okay, just so we're all aware. All in favor? It's carried. 9.2, Cemetery Amendment Bylaw number 879, 2023, with the recommendation that Cemetery Bylaw number 685, 2012, Amendment Bylaw number 879, 2023, proposing an increase in the number of memorials permitted on a burial lot be given first and second reading. Moved by Councillor Blanchette, seconded by Councillor Pearson. Discussion. Not adding to your plot, Councillor. All in favor? It's carried. I didn't hear any new business. Does anybody have a notice of motion to bring forward? And then on to council reports. Councillor Pearson.
Okay, to look back, May 26th, had an Operation Lifesaver conference call, just looking at coverage for some events, mostly on the Lower Mainland. May 28th, wore a couple hats, attended as a councillor and behalf of the Legion, the Tour of Honor for Honor House Society, came to the Legion for a presentation and a dinner. June 2nd, Trans-Canada Yellowhead Highway Association AGM. Good meeting, had some interesting conversations virtually with Ministry of Transportation Infrastructure regarding Highway 5. So they were also looking for that presentation from Interior Health on the fact that Highway 5 is deemed a health risk. So, and I will say, although there hasn't been a press release yet, that I was named as president of the association for the following term. So,
Congratulations.
couldn't get out of the room on time for that one. So, June 7th, also wore two hats, behalf of the Legion and Council for the Duke of Edinburgh Commonwealth Study Conference Group, group of 19 representatives of Commonwealth countries around the world, everywhere from Tanzania to Kiribati, which I had to look up because I had no idea where that one was. And if anybody's wondering, if you look at the international date line and it goes like that, it goes around Kiribati. So we had some timing issues as far as their scheduling, but it was a really good evening of conversation and discussions on Valemount. So, and on June 10th, along with Mayor Torgerson and Councillor MacLean, took part in the Vail Mountain Days Parade, riding my e-bike and alongside the EV, so that we were 100% electric participation this year.
Yeah, very cool. Thank you, Councillor Pearson. Councillor Mulyk.
Nothing to report this one.
Nothing to report. It's okay. I'm sure you've been busy in other facets of your work.
Yes.
Councillor MacLean.
Okay, I go back to May 16th, where I attended the Committee of the Whole regarding the electronic meeting policy and to establish the Traffic Committee. And on the 19th, I attended the Council to Council with the neighboring communities. It was, like all reports in the press release, it was fantastic. It was great. On the 30th, I attended the CBRAC update on round 17 of the Columbia River Treaty negotiations. On the 31st, I attended a special meeting of council. On June 8th, and then on the 12th, I attended Columbia Basin Local Government Committee Treaty negotiations update meetings, although at one point, the power was going out in the middle of it, to where I was struggling, phoning back in, zooming on this, but I couldn't get sound. It was like, can I borrow your phone? You know, one for the Zoom and one for the phone. It was, but it was interesting. And on the weekend, as Councillor Pearson has already reported, is that we did the parade and attended Vail Mountain Days. Thank you to the committee and all the volunteers. It was enjoyed by the whole community, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a great day.
That's it. Thank you.
Councillor Blanchette.
I think I have been free as a bird. I think.
Look at you.
Yes.
Pretty quiet on that side of the room.
Yeah. We did it on purpose.
It sounds like committee appointments are coming.
I think we need to share.
I think not.
Thank you, Councillor Blanchette. May 24th through the 27th was on a fairly extensive road trip, starting in Selmo for CBT executive committees meetings, followed by 2 days of CBT board meetings, and then the 26th and 27th over to Cranbrook for the Columbia Basin Trust, Our Future Symposium. The keynote was, oh geez, I'm going to get this wrong, Rick Mercer, and it was absolutely outstanding. It was 2 days of what the trust kind of means to residents and what they would like to see the trust mean to them in the future. So stay tuned. I think staff are on target to get something back to the board July, so fairly aggressive turnaround. They have one, they just had a symposia in Trail and another one coming up in Golden. So 3 this time around just to make sure we get it right. May 28th was privileged to meet with the Honor House folk for a meet and greet and to learn more about what they do for our veterans. May 30th had a Northern Health Connections Bus Advisory Committee with the new members, representatives from all over Northern Health. 31st, special meeting of council. June 1st, Resort Community Collaborative Meeting of the Mayors, which was virtual. We'll be meeting in person one more time virtual and then during UBCM. June 2nd was a really cool day with members from UNBC and the Pacific Institute for Climate Solutions. In the morning, we started off with a geohazards kickoff meeting, and then we went for a bit of a tour just over to the turnoff by Cedarside Road to really give a good viewing of the Swift Creek slide area and the Gosling Creek slide area. And then that evening was a geohazard community info session put on by Dr. Shea and his group. June 6th, I attended a session and a conversation around with Dr. Bonnie Henry around mental health for local leaders. Don't have any info as to participation, but the presenters had 3 or 4 pages of folks on Zoom from varying levels of local government. June 9th had a briefing with the Conservation Officer Service around the watercraft inspection station at Mount Robson. Unfortunately, it will be fully staffed. It won't be fully staffed with folks that are living here because they weren't able to find any housing for their team. And then June 9th to 12th, I had just an outstanding Valemount days. One conversation that stuck out was with a 9-year-old girl who commented on the city of District of Kitimat's pump track, and that I need to learn more about it. So I did. I reached out to Mayor Gamuth, and we're setting up a quick meeting to see how that got funded and planned and who did what. So, and I'll report back to her. And that's my report. Motion to receive, moved by Councillor Mulyk, second by Councillor Pearson. Any questions, comments? All in favor? It's carried. We have time for public comment under 14.1 on items considered by council as part of the approved agenda. Are there any public comments this evening? Then, under 15.1, give notice to proceed to an in-camera council meeting with a recommendation for consideration of 3 items per section 91A, C, and K of the Community Charter to discuss matters related to A, personal information about an identifiable individual who holds or is being considered for a position as an officer, employee, or agent of the municipality or another position appointed by the municipality. C, labor relations and other employee relations. And K, negotiations and related discussions respecting the proposed provision of a municipal service that are at their preliminary stages and that, in a view of council, could reasonably be expected to harm the interests of the municipality if they're held in public. Moved by Councillor Blanchette, second by Councillor Mulyk. All in favor? It's carried. Thank you all.